What's going on, guys? Karina from Sony here, and welcome to Creator Spotlight, a show where we highlight creators that inspire and innovate with the help of Sony tech. Joining me today is my lovely co-host, Alice. Alice, how are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Amazing.
Great.
Yeah?
Good.
And today we are hosting Mr. Jonjon from Jonjon Tech.
Hi, everyone.
How's it going?
Good. Good. Everything's good.
No, thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
So in case you guys didn't know, Jonjon has been building PCs for a long time now. He does tech reviews on his channel, so be sure to follow him. His socials, if I'm not mistaken, are in the description below, so be sure to check that out. Yeah. Now, Jonjon, you are our guest of honor today.
Yes.
Let me ask you a little bit questions about your creator journey. How did that start?
It started in COVID. Everyone was doom scrolling on TikTok and Instagram.
Yep.
And then
Non-stop.
nonstop. And then I ran into the tech community and I was like, I can do this too. So it's like a creative outlet for me.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So is that when you started streaming?
Or making
recording
videos.
Yeah.
I actually did stream in the beginning. I streamed Fortnite and then that didn't go well. And then I made content and I was like, oh.
That did a little better.
That did a little better. And I think I enjoyed making videos more.
Yeah,
so.
True. It's like a nice creative outlet, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Outlet.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I know you've been building PCs. How long have you been doing that for?
Ooh, okay, so the first PC I built was back in like 2011. 2011, building hardware, or hardware was what I guess got passionate about, going to Sony Electronics. But everyone has to understand that back in the day, building a PC was cheaper than buying like a pre-built PC. So building it was better, cheaper, and just learning how to do it was kind of cool in a way, but it was also a taboo. Today it's cool.
It was only like giant nerds that like built their PCs back then. I know when I worked at an electronics store about 10 years ago, we didn't have parts for PCs, like very little, maybe some RAM, couple of graphics cards, but it's come such a long way, and your channel covers a lot of that.
Most of the stuff, yeah.
And I know we're talking about gaming today, and in case you guys didn't know, we did just announce some gaming products. So we're gonna get into that in just a little bit. I know Alice here, she's our product expert, so she'll be kind of guiding me through any type of questions that I have. Anything that I don't know, Alice, you're my girl, you're my go-to. Yes, you're my go-to. But Jonjon, I know that you got to try out the items, right?
I did.
That's cool, must be nice. Must be nice, that's cool.
Yeah, my favorite ones are the E9s, which are the gaming IEMs.
Okay.
And I actually have them right here, I'm not sure.
Yeah, we'll check them out in just a moment.
Okay.
In just a moment, because I do want to start off with, the E9s are dope. I do want to start off with the H9 Mark IIs.
That's my personal favorite.
Yeah, so the H9 Mark IIs, they're very, very comfortable. I got to try them on. They're actually really dope. Jonjon, what were your thoughts on the H9, specifically regarding the preset? So in case you guys didn't know, we collabed with Fnatic to build EQ presets specifically for FPS games. How was your experience with those?
Well, the presets, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't really delve into that. I'm more of the hardware side.
Okay.
But I do like how I feel like the features there have a dedicated button. And instead of, I'm gonna shout out the XM6s here, or XM5s here. The XM5s had like gesture controls. I feel like we lost the control over that. So the H9 2s have dedicated buttons which give us more control on that.
Yeah, you're right.
That's what I really like about that. Yeah, and then that mute button, honorable mention, is on
The mute button is so key. So I just want to give like the mute button a quick call out here. It's not just even a random placement. So working with the Fnatic team to develop all of these products, we actually had them, all of the team members, reach their left hand towards their ear cup, and where is your index finger most of the time? It's towards the back, and that's exactly where we place the mute button. It's on the back there of the headset, because it's just a really easy, intuitive place for people to want to mute. And when you are muted, out of like your peripheral, you can see a little red LED light up on the actual mic itself, so you'll know that you're muted.
That's actually really cool. I didn't even know that they tested that. That's so cool.
Yeah,
Is that,
there was like a whole chart and there's like different finger placements and stuff. And everyone landed around somewhere in this vicinity, and that's why.
so it's nice to know it wasn't just like a randomly placed button. It was with purpose. It was designed with purpose. That's really cool. And I'm glad you brought up the XM series because our H9 Mark IIs use the same driver as the WH-1000X Mark VI, which is our flagship headphones at the moment. So Alice, I don't know if you want to explain what that does for us.
So same 30 millimeter drivers in both. One cool thing about the H9 is that it's specifically tuned for gaming. So obviously you're not going to get your traditional music, more balanced sound profile. You're going to get better low frequency sensitivity. So that's your enemy footsteps, spike, gunshots, and things like that. It'll definitely come through a bit better on the H9 IIs here.
Very cool.
What was your experience wearing them? Wearing the headset?
I don't know. I'm a headset girly, so I love the headset. I love the headband here and like the slider lock where you can adjust the actual headband length. But your hair's a little bit more poofier than mine.
I know.
So.
That's
So
true.
what she's referring to is the reason I choose the IEMs over this one is because every time I wear a headset and I'm gaming for more than an hour, I have that really bad headset dent.
Yeah.
And then I'll go out of my office and my wife just roasts me for that. So
We'll bring out the E9s. Let's take a look at them.
Yes.
I know you said they're your favorite, so.
favorite. Look at this carrying case, and then let's see.
What are your favorite things about the E9?
Okay, one.
Wait, let me see the carrying case.
Oh, you scared me. I was like, are these not the one?
Yeah, no, these are the ones. And then they have these like wire management things.
Yes.
And then they're
Built inside?
magnetic, which I was like, ooh, that's nice.
My favorite thing is just to like, after a long day of work, you just like plug it into your audio interface and just have a nice chair like this and just kick back and like listen to music.
We're
Yeah.
gonna
So,
lose
so that's the thing is like this wire is long enough for that versus like, I don't know, like a 6-foot wire may make or break, you know.
So you're not inhibited by the length of the wire. You can move around freely, which is really nice
Yeah.
in a pair of wired headphones.
Yes.
I'm glad you're enjoying them. I got to try them on once, and they were really lightweight. I'm really picky with my earbuds, really particular, and just getting to try them on was so nice, so lightweight, so comfortable. Alice, what are your thoughts on the E9? Is there anything specifically that you want to call out?
Yeah, so one cool thing about these IEMs, they're specifically for gaming. So the sound, again, is tuned specifically for that. Obviously, there's the Inzone hub where you can adjust your settings even further. But right out of the box, they're already ready for you to just game with them. Cool thing about the design as well, if you notice, here, hold that case for me. The top of the IEMs here, they actually have a slightly thicker wire, and that's so it properly hangs on the top of your ear. Whereas a lot of traditional IEMs, they just use the wire all the way around. So then I find a lot of people keep having to like re-tuck it behind their ear
Readjust.
over and over again. But
Okay.
these ones, like they just hang really nicely on their ear.
And if I'm not mistaken, these are built for competition. Is that correct?
Yes. So in case you didn't know, a lot of pro gamers when they're on stage, they wear big earmuffs, but actually underneath they're using IEMs like this. So.
I didn't know that.
And the wires are designed to avoid the discomfort of the earmuffs. That's why they're like super thin. There. Yeah.
So not only did we make headphones, so we have the H9 Mark IIs, we have the E9s, but we also delved into something that we haven't dove into before, which is gaming accessories. So we have our keyboard, our mouse, and our mat. So let's start with the keyboard.
Ooh,
Let's start with the keyboard.
I love the keyboard.
Yeah, the keyboard.
It's so nice.
But I want to get. I know you're more techie. You're more specky. What can you tell us that made a difference for you versus other keyboards?
Okay, so this keyboard in particular is Hall effect switches, which are magnetic, and that gives you a competitive advantage in terms of actuation force and rapid trigger.
Okay, I'm sorry. Right now in my head was like a monkey crashing cymbals. Like real quick, less than 10 seconds. Can you explain what that is?
So actuation force is like the registry, how lightly you tap it, and then rapid trigger is how it unregisters. So when you let go, and then you can reactivate it again. Rapid trigger.
Okay,
Yes.
so like how responsive it is, kind of.
Yeah,
Is that
there you
okay?
go.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like the.
So like in Valorant, when you're strafing, you can like, I'm getting all nerdy, but the micro changes
okay, that's
of
what you're
you
here
getting
for.
that angle, that rapid trigger really helps you get that perfect angle. So then you're holding that angle and you're holding that or micro changes to adjust your aim, stuff like that. So that gives you that competitive advantage because that small change can really make a big difference in the match, right?
Yeah.
So.
I wouldn't know. I get beat up by 8-year-olds on a fork knife, so that's kind of what happens to me. I don't think it matters how fast my keyboard is. I'm just, gonna get done.
Yeah.
Donezo.
I think it's quite important in game, especially when you need to just be very controlled because you can't be moving around when you're shooting actually. So yeah, the micro adjustments and being able to just finely tune that is really important.
Absolutely. Okay. Yeah. And is that anything that you can adjust on that Inzone Hub software?
Yeah, so it's
Yes.
all in the Inzone Hub software. You can have just your WASD keys have a more sensitive feedback there, and then you can customize any of the other keys as well. And it's a 75% keyboard, so it's very compact, and it's actually smaller. Like
Yes.
it's not as wide as your typical 75%. I think usually they're a little bit longer.
So the reason for that is on the right side, the shift measurement is a 1.75U, which instead of having like a long shift key or a keycap, you have that like compact.
And the arrow keys are also
Yes.
towards like the rest of the keys, whereas typically there's a bit of a space
I
in between.
noticed that when I was messing with the keyboard. Okay.
Everything's like together, so you get like more desk space for your mouse and your movement and stuff.
So not only do you get this quality build, this high responsiveness, but it's also customizable for you gamers out there. And I'm sure it's all about customization and what's best for you and your gaming strategy, I guess, right? I'm more of a console gamer myself, so I play very, very basic games on a PC.
Solitaire. No, I'm just kidding.
Solitaire, yeah.
It's a game. It's a game.
A little bit of that, We also have a mouse.
Yes.
What are your thoughts on the mouse? I heard that you liked it. I want to hear your feedback on that.
The matte finish is nice for the texture, and then mouse is most subjective, but I mean I liked it because of the matte finish, and it gives you that customizable feel where you can put mouse grips, or if you, for example, like the design itself, the minimal branding of the Inzone, barely see it. So you can do a lot in terms of customization, and when you're gaming with it, same as well. It can keep up.
I know the sensor is supposed to be quite impressive.
It's the PAW 3950, and it's actually a custom sensor specifically designed for this mouse. So it's 3950 IZ for Inzone. Yeah, just cool little thing.
Okay, I didn't know much about the sensor. I got to use it. It was really lightweight. It was really nice.
Yeah.
But I'm such a basic girl that for me, I'm like, I feel like I'm not getting the most out of it personally. I think you're the one that can explain what that sensor does for you best.
Yeah, so it's just a lot more sensitivity. It's 8,000 hertz polling rate as well, 150 million switch durability. So obviously if you're clicking it for a long period of time, obviously when we're gaming and stuff, that's important. It's also highly customizable in the Inzone Hub. There's even a setting, I don't know if you saw it when you were in the Inzone Hub, but it's like how far away you lift your mouse, it can still like detect it.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh.
it's like, I think 1 millimeter height and 0.7 millimeters. Because like a lot of people, when they're moving their mouse around, sometimes they'll lift it a bit and move it. So then it also still registers. Yeah, so there's just a lot of customization in the Inzone Hub. Definitely check that out.
Check it out.
Yeah.
And that's awesome, especially for these heavy gamers, because these are features that they need. Maybe not so much for me, but I know you game, I know Alice games. Every time I think of gamer girl, like Alice pops up in my head, just Alice's face. So definitely something that goes with the mouse, the mats.
The mouse pads, let's
Yes.
go. So we released 2 new mouse pads. They're a little bit different though. One of them is a more controlled mouse pad, which is the Mat F. And what that means is it has a higher friction force on it. So when you need to stop, you can stop immediately versus like, you overshoot or something like that. The other one is a speed type mouse pad, which is the Mat D. So that one is more for high sensitivity games, think like battle royale games and things like that.
Oh, that's the one that we have back there.
Yeah, that's the one that you would need for your game.
That's the one that I use with the mouse actually. So
yeah.
It did work out for my fork knife battle royale. I actually didn't do too bad, not gonna lie. And just little flex paired with the Inzone monitor and the, the crosshairs.
Let's go.
Oh man, it really takes my game up from placing top 30 to almost winning, top 2, top 3, top 4,
so
so
close.
So close. I'm no sweat, but I play a lot better with these Inzone products. I'll tell you that. Now,
sure.
Jonjon,
Yes.
before we wrap up, I do want to ask you, just because we're talking about Sony, we're talking about Inzone.
Yeah.
How else does Sony affect your content creation?
Oh wow. Sony, if anything, is everything, mainly because that is my camera. I have the ZV-E1 paired with a 60mm prime lens, and then the shotgun mic is also from Sony.
I see that, yeah.
So without
Represent.
this, I mean, I can shoot on my phone, but again, the quality is not there. So
Does not equate. I agree. And the ZV-E1 is actually the camera that I use as well. So
Oh, there
and
you
I'm
go.
not just saying that. I actually, I made them switch. You can ask Larry and Derek that I made them
need to
send me a
upgrade.
ZV-E1 instead because I love that camera so much. So
same.
that's
Same.
awesome. I'm glad to see that Sony's helping your journey of being a
Yes.
content creation. As far as that goes, what's next for you? What do you see in your future?
What's next? So I have to differentiate myself from other gamers and tech reviewers as well. So I think the step that I want to take is be more of a family-oriented channel.
That's cool.
I'm trying to show my daughter a little more, and she has a personality, and I kind of want to share that to the world.
I love it. I
Shout
love
out to
when
my
I
daughter.
see creators. Aw. I love when I see creators bring in their family and it's just
Yes.
kind of an extension of them. And it makes you more personal, it makes you more human. And that's awesome, dude. Best of
Thank
luck.
you.
I know I'm going to go home and follow you right now.
Oh, thank you.
Not saying I already don't, but
I'm like,
all
wait a
my
minute, you
socials.
haven't already? No.
They broke my heart. No, I'm kidding.
So all you guys out there, be sure to check out Jonjon's channel. Link in the description below. And while you're down there, be sure to check out the link to our Inzone products and try them out for yourself. Don't just take our word for it. Anything else you have to add today, Alice?
No, I don't. Oh, that's the keyboard.
Oh, here.
Oh,
Yeah,
ooh.
that's the keyboard. It's so
You
nice.
should talk about the right when you plug it in.
Oh yeah. There's this cool little thing. Like obviously it's RGB because what's a gaming keyboard without
Oh yeah,
having RGB?
show it on the screen. Show it on the screen.
But when it connects to your PC, it actually does this like illumination logo thing where it starts on like the slantedness, matching like our Inzone logo here. Yeah, and then it expands and lights up the whole keyboard, which is so pretty. Oh, and we got the mouse there too. Yeah.
You a magician? You just pulled this out of your hat?
Yeah, where'd that come from?
True gamer.
Love it. Love it. That's awesome. That's awesome, guys. Well, thank you so much, Jonjon, for joining us. We appreciate you coming in today, and thank you for being part of our team.
Thank you for having me. It's
Yeah.
always fun working
Always
with
a
Sony.
good time.
Always a good time.
And thank you again, Alice, for joining us.
Thanks
Could
for
not have
having
done it without you.
Oh no, you would have been fine. You
No.
would have been fine. Yeah.
And thank you guys. If you have any questions, any feedback, leave it in the comment section down below. And we're actually going to have somebody answering these questions and responding to your comments. So be sure to let us know what you think.
Cool.
All right, guys. Well, I think we'll wrap this up.
All right.
Thanks for watching, and y'all have a good one.
See ya.
Bye.